finding your own studying style. Don't procrastinate. Really, it's not worth it. Enjoy it. It's only a piece of your life that you're gonna take with you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you saw by the title, I am going over things I wish I knew before college. So literally, I just graduated in May. I mean, there was no graduation, obviously. Well, not obviously, because I know some people did have it, but there was no graduation. They postponed it, then they canceled it, whatever. So, but that by the end of May, I was already like, I just want my diploma. I'm not even gonna go to the postponed one. Then they canceled it, and it was like, whatever. So it was just a mess. This whole year has been like, haven't even gone to take my pictures because I was supposed to go take my graduation pictures, and well, this is the worst I've procrastinated by this point. So whatever, before I keep jabberish, whatever you call it, I'm basically, like I said, I'm just gonna go over things I wish I knew before college. Now, I don't know how it's gonna be right now because obviously COVID-19 is still around and things like that. But I think a lot of these little things will still kind of matter. Maybe not all. Depends if you're gonna only be doing online or things like that. It just depends. And I know that a lot of y'all, I think, are about to start in a week, if not already started. So I thought, what best time to do it? Maybe a little too late if you already started, or maybe not. But that's what's happening today. So let's just get started. So I do have like a list that you can't even see because the light is blinding it, but you don't need to see it because I'm gonna talk about all of it. So if I look down, just know it's because I'm looking at this. So yeah. So first one, I thought this one was like the most important one, so I had to mention it first. Then the rest, I don't know if they fall in order or not. But first one is, you do not need to know what you want to do like right now. Like on your freshman year, like you do not need to know. You kind of have to have an idea, honestly. But for example, for me, I know I wanted to do something in business, but I didn't know like what specifically. Because in my school, a lot of little different things, like I think it was accounting, there was marketing. There was a lot of different things, different majors that would fall into business. So then they would you would kind of move around that basically. So I was an undeclared major, but I was taking like half business what was it called? Like the little classes for business, and then obviously like the basics and things I was taking like kind of at the same time. So I did know kind of what I wanted. But if you don't know right away on your freshman year, you could do basics. I think you could get away with just doing basics like 1 year, but then after that you kind of have to know like what specific-ish field, like me, business. But yeah, that was very important to know. Second, your college experience will not be the same as everyone. And I say that because mine was probably like the weakest, okay? Like I basically almost had no college experience because all I would do is commute there. And I only went to like a few little events, and then I met up with some friends here and there, but that was it. But then there's those that like hang out all the time, or they go to the bars every weekend and they attend every event. They're in sororities and this and that, like a million things. So obviously it's gonna depend. If you're gonna join something, then you're gonna be more into that college experience. And then aside from that, if you're a study freak, it's gonna be different. If you hate studying, it's gonna be different. Like a lot of things, even honestly, your economic standing, honestly, like I'm not here to joke, but everything is not the same for every person. Like I said, I commuted, and then I would just work in college, and what else did I do? Not much, honestly. And I liked semi-studying. My fun part in college was studying at this cafe inside my college business. So like I said, that might not be your cup of tea, but that was me. But yeah. Third, you will not make friends as easily. I thought I was gonna have friends like the first day I was in there and blah blah blah. But no, the reality is all you do is go to class, sit there and listen to the professor all day. Literally. That's all you do. The only way you could sometimes make friends is when they make you do like little teamwork. Projects. Sorry, I don't know. But that's the only really way, unless you also get out there. For me, the friends I made was either teamwork, or they came to me because I was a quiet one, okay? Like, I'm like, no one talked to me, but not really. I was just kind of like, damn, I need to make friends, but that was me. So you gotta get out there, honestly. Honestly, that's it. Fourth, make your class schedule accordingly to your schedule. Not just that, but traffic and even the professor you choose. I mean, really, like there's a million classes you could take. There's just really focus on your schedule and how you want to work it, what's better, what's easier. If you don't wake up early, don't be putting in like a 8 a.m. class. Maybe you just need to do afternoons. Or if you know traffic hours at that time and you need to drive through whatever freeway, whatever, then don't. That's inconvenient. I mean, if that's your last choice, your last resort, then okay, you know, like you have to make the little sacrifices, whatever. But for me, for example, I commuted, like I said. So what I did was go to classes Tuesdays and Thursdays. Literally all my classes were scheduled Tuesdays and Thursdays. And like for most of the semesters, except like the last one or two, I was able to like schedule them like 9:30 a.m. all the way to 2, and then get some online ones, which then was considered still full-time because I would have like 3 on campus, and I think it depended on semester, 1 or 2 online. Obviously, if it was the 1, then I would have 4 on campus. But anyways, you know the rhythm. So I'd be home almost by 2. No, be out of class by 2. So I was there 9:30 to 2. And I was only going Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I loved it because it just worked with everything. I had enough time to come home and study, which was what I would do. I would try to focus all my school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that worked for me. That's another thing. Fifth, which kind of comes in hand, shop for classes. Like, don't just take, okay, I did it. I just took classes that were convenient to me with my schedule, which it's okay. But you should still kind of focus on what classes will interest you. Because there's some classes you can choose from. Obviously, there will be those that you have to take or whatever. But then there's those that you can choose. So on those, like really try to look into it. Even look it up or whatever, or see if it's going to be easy. Shop, literally. And if you go in there and you do not like it, the class or whatever, then you can get out. I don't know, I can't even remember how, like what period it is when you can get out of a class, but I'm pretty sure it's different in every school. But just make sure you look that up, and if you don't like it, the first day will always just be like syllabus or boring stuff or like whatever, just starting. But that first week you should kind of know whether you're gonna like it, whether you're gonna be okay with it. And if you don't, then just get out. And if you don't care, well, you'll get through it. 6, this mistake I made horribly, like almost the whole semester, okay? Don't buy your textbooks right away. Don't buy them. That's dumb. Like me, the first 2 or maybe 3 years, I would get them right, even before classes started. I was already getting them. Like I already had them. And that was so dumb. I didn't think. And half the time, I wouldn't even use the textbook. Even though they say, oh, you're gonna need it. Oh, you're gonna need it. Why you lying? You just want to make us buy a textbook we don't need. Irrelevant. Anyways, so I did that. Like I said, that the first 3 years, I could have saved so much money. There was a textbook, I kid you not, that I paid $250. That I paid. My dad paid for my college, so hiding. But either way, like, you gotta take care of the money of your people, you know. But whatever. The point is, I kid you not, $250 textbook that I never even opened once. Not even once. Like, and that's not just one, actually. There was a few $250 textbooks that were just like, they're just. And I knew not to. And I should have at least returned it. I don't know. But The point is, don't buy them textbooks right away. Don't even buy them at all. If you can rent them, it's better. Unless you're really gonna go back and read it again, or it kind of seems interesting, then okay, buy it. But you're better off renting it. You're better off shopping around for them. And sometimes you can link up with your friends and share a textbook. Like, there's a million ways. And sometimes once you actually show up to class, the professor will tell you you really kind of don't need it, or that you could substitute it for another one. So there's a million options. Just Vanessa was dumb for 3 years and then caught on the last year. Great, right? But that's why I'm here to tell y'all that. Okay, next. By this point, I don't even know what number we're at, so I'm gonna stop saying the numbers. So next, like I said, you will have to work for your grade. And I'm saying, like, if you want a C, then you're probably not going to have to work as hard as someone that wants an A. Personally, me, I was aiming for A as much as I could. There was times I would get lazy. I would sometimes procrastinate, and that was my fault why I didn't get the A. Because if I would have done it, I would have gotten the A, and I know I would have, but Vanessa decided to be lazy. So that's what I mean. You will have to work for that grade. If you want an A, for a B, a little less maybe, and a C, I mean, not much. But if you're really working for a C, start working for an A from the beginning. That way, if for some reason you're flopping down, like, it's not going, like, you start off good, but you get into harder parts within the semester, that'll help you stay up. You're not going to be struggling to stay on a C by the end of the semester. So just try to at least work the hardest if you're just aiming for that C. And I'm not saying to aim for a C. I did say you do have to work for your grade. Which brings me to finding your own studying style. That is so important. Like, you have no idea how important that is. Me, I had my own style. I had friends that had their own style. I had friends that tried my style and it was just not for them. So that's what I mean by you need your own studying style. Different people click differently. And I actually believe that little thing that teachers would tell me, I think in high school and in college actually, that writing is actually better to remember, or like it clicks more in your head because you're actually writing it down. I truly believe that. I really live by that because I've had classes where, not to scare y'all, but the only grade was exams. So you have to listen to the professor, which actually those were the best classes. You don't have to worry about homework. Oh my gosh, I'm drifting off. Except listening to him. Anyways. So when I would write down everything, it was like, wow, like I would just look back to it and it was like, oh, you kind of remembered. So you're restudying something and remembering at the same time. Does that make sense? So that was my way. I liked writing everything that I could. And I have semi okay, because I've been told this, but I think I'm not like completely there, but I have a pictographic memory. I've been told a few times, but like I said, I feel like it's 50% because sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. So literally, as long as I'm looking like at a picture or something, then everything clicks in. It's weird. Or if I'm like, the teacher is showing us like a slide on a PowerPoint and talking about it, I'll remember what she said because I was looking at that specific thing. That's why I mean, like, it's 50-50, not really ish. It's just weird. And that's why I like writing my stuff. Or I would print out the PowerPoints and write it on the side, because then I would remember that it was that. And then I would highlight certain things because I would remember the highlighted stuff. It was weird. But that was my way. And then right before exams, I would just study the day before. And I'm not saying that that's good for everyone, because other people might need to space it out. Other people might need to study the day before and the day of, which sometimes is not even possible if you have morning classes. It's just, like I said, there's a million ways you can study. You could, I don't know, read the textbook. You could. It could be helpful. Maybe something else will click that the professor didn't. Writing notes, maybe typing them, maybe reading. Some professors hate this, okay? So don't do it if they hate it. But sometimes I would also read the textbook while the professor was teaching, which would kind of correlate with what I was reading. So it was okay. I mean, there's a million ways to study, and there's a million ways to get something in your head. But you have to listen. Or you have to actually read, or not just like blank off, you know. But like I said, find your own studying, your own time, your own way. Don't think that just because, damn, this person's getting A's, it must be because of the way they're studying. No, that's not true. The thing is, you need to find your way of studying. Next, having a planner is a must. I don't know how some of these people would do it without a planner. They probably wouldn't, because then they would forget. I would get sometimes, oh, I forgot. Like, but I really don't know how they do it without a planner, because literally I would have to write down every assignment, every exam. Oh, that's about it. I was about to exaggerate it. Well, everything that was due, it was written. Or if I had to read, because there was some teachers that you would like, they meant it, you better read these pages. Then I would also write it. And I would make sure to do it. And then once I was done with the task, I would highlight it. Let me show y'all real quick. Okay, let me show y'all. I love my planners. Y'all have no idea. So I still have these two. This one was this last. I don't know why this lighting is tripping on me. Okay, but this one says 2020 and this one was my 2019, but I'll show y'all this one because the 2020 was one semester, obviously. Let's see, how do I show y'all? I'll just open whatever. I didn't even use the beginning of this one. I probably bought a new one. Okay, I guess this one's a good page, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Okay, you see? Oh, let me make sure I'm not writing. Oh, you see, this is work. My nail! I don't want to show you my nail. I'm gonna get them done, okay, this weekend. Don't judge my nails, okay? So basically, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. You see, like I would write every class and then what's due. Does that make sense? Like, as you can see on the top, it says marketing 4330. Oh, so no one. That was like a research thing they would make us do. But I would space it out. Or if there was those teachers that would tell you that in a like 5 assignments are due by the end of whatever, in a month or 2, then I would write them in my planner spaced out till that last date. That way I would already be advancing into it and not just cram everything on the last day. Like, don't procrastinate. That's another thing I'm gonna go over. So we ain't gonna, but a planner's a must. Write everything. And I'm not saying that they're always gonna go off the syllabus, because sometimes they'll add other things, but most of the time it'll be all the way through like that. Literally, once the assignment was done, then I would highlight it and I would know that it was done. So that's why you see all of these highlighted. So yeah, that's that. Next, be on time to class. Like, well, personally, I would hate it when a student would be late and then you have to like scooshy in so they can go in, like fit, and it's like, damn, why are you late? But then again, I don't mean it insensitive. If you're gonna do it once because you actually had an emergency or something, then it's cool, you know, like, okay, but don't be one of those people that are always arriving late, like damn, unless like you have a work schedule or something, or like that is really like you're right on the dot, then talk to your professor. That way, either sometimes they'll save you a seat, literally they'll save you a seat for you, that way you don't disrupt, or they'll tell you we'll just sit in the back or blah blah blah. They'll work with you. But if you're just being late to be late and because you're being irresponsible, that's what I feel. No, I was really never late. If not, I wouldn't be saying this, honestly, except once or twice because of traffic. That's another story. In 4 years though, okay, I was late 2 times. And here goes the one that I was talking about in the planner. Do not procrastinate. You have no idea how annoying it is. I had teams that would procrastinate, and I wouldn't say anything, so speak up too, but oh my gosh, I hate procrastinating. At the end of the day, when you procrastinate, it just, then everything is just all heavy, and then that's when you get stressed. And don't get me wrong, you will still get stressed even if you don't procrastinate. But imagine the stress when you do procrastinate. Like, just, there's people that like it, I'm not gonna lie, but my suggestion is don't do it. don't do it. It's really not worth it. Like, out of my whole 4 years, I got 1 C. And I hate it, okay? And that C was because of procrastination. And low-key because I was in a bad place. But I consider it was mostly procrastination because it was not a hard class. It was not a hard class. It was just me procrastinating. And that semester, I'm glad that was the only C. At this point, like, literally, that was the worst procrastination I did because the whole years, I was good. So, don't procrastinate. Really, it's not worth it. Next, connect with your professors if you can, or keep in touch in some way. I wish I would have. I didn't. And I'm dumb because I thought about that in high school and I was like, oh, well, now in college, I'm really going to try and connect with my professors. But I'm just a little dumb and don't pick up. So please listen to me. Keep in touch. You don't have to keep in touch with all of them. I mean, just the ones that you kind of like, oh, damn, he's cool. Y'all are kind of like getting along. Well, not getting along because you're not going to be best friends or whatever. But like there's a professor-student relationship type of thing where he might recommend you for your job or give you a letter of recommendation. That's what I meant. Or, you know, you never know. They are good connections. A lot of them. Well, in my business part, I think a lot of them were really good connections. So try to. I'm not saying you have to do it, but I really do recommend it. I wish I would have. Everything's about connections, guys. Even in the real world, connections are so important. So start there. And since we're talking about professors now, there will not always be good professors. Like, no matter what school you go to, not all of them are going to be good. Straight up. Now, you'll get some professors that they're the strictest in the world. They're very on point. They mean it when they say this. But, oh my gosh, were they one of the best professors. Honestly, like, good, on point, on explaining everything. Literally, if you listen to only their lecture, you'd be good. You wouldn't have to open a book. You wouldn't have to read into more stuff. Oh, but then there was those professors. Okay, I only had 1 or 2 of these. But oh my gosh, you might as well teach yourself, literally, because all they were doing was going through a PowerPoint. Well, this was one teacher, okay, that did this. One professor, sorry. She literally would just go through the slides of like the textbook. So the textbook comes with something online and then it has PowerPoints. That's all she did. Like, well, damn, if that's what you were gonna do, I could have read it myself. So like, there was no point in being there. So literally, when I was there, I would just try to do the homework. I can't remember what it was, but it was like a weekly thing. But goddamn, did that take long to do? Anyways, and it was like, well, what's the point? You know, coulda. This could have been an online class if I'm gonna be self-teaching me, you know? There's just like that. Then there's teachers that are just boring, straight out flat boring. They're just la 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 la. Like, you're learning, but oh shoot, like, basically, like, there's just different types. Little pause moment. So this is another day. It may not seem like it because I threw on the same top as yesterday because my phone died. And then after that, I thought I lost my whole footage. It didn't pop up, and then finally today, for some reason, it popped up. So now, instead of re-recording the whole thing like I had originally planned, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. So I just wanted to do a little disclaimer in case something looks different. Anyways, that was a disclaimer. I know I was talking about professors, but now that was it, basically. So before it died, you know, but that was it. So just be prepared for those type of professors. The next one is just like, are you trying to be a parent, Vanessa? No, I'm not. But drink responsibly. Like, honestly, really do drink responsibly. You don't want to go get a DWI. You don't want someone to take advantage. You don't want to do dumb things. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Like, I've had friends that got DWIs. I don't have friends, but I had heard of like girls that would basically get raped or something which sucks because it's not their fault. But just be aware of your surroundings when you're drinking. Not that you will, probably. Even if you're not drinking, do keep aware of your surroundings. A lot of stuff happens on campuses, and it is especially scary because of that whole thing that is coming out now as human trafficking and all that thing. And like, now it makes you think more, because I feel like colleges are targeted. I mean, we're all young girls and guys, and it's just, I don't know, that's what I think. I always was a paranoid person, so that's why I would try to drink responsibly, always be with friends that I knew I could trust, that would not take advantage. If you feel bad vibes, then don't be there. If you don't feel comfortable when you're drinking with a certain people, then don't drink with them either. Do really trust your gut, for real. Like, straight up, just trust your gut. It'll help you. So the point here, I don't know, I kind of went in between little things, but just drink responsibly. I'm not saying you can't have fun, just drink responsibly. Which brings me into this next one, which is kind of comes in hand, but not really. So basically, it's okay if you're not a party person. You do not have to drink. You don't have to do everything that everyone else. You don't have to go to bars. You don't have to be partying every night and day, or you don't, I mean, find what you like. If, let's say, you don't like drinking, you don't have to go drink. Like, if y'all are just gonna hang out at the bars, then hang out at the bars. But you don't have to drink. You could get cranberry juice, pineapple juice, water. They always have water. What else? Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to drink, basically. Or if you don't even want to go to the bars, you don't have to. There's people just like you, I'm pretty sure. I was kind of half and half, but that would just rather either they like study dates, or going out for a coffee, or just going out to eat, doing something intellectual. You do not have to be a party person. You don't even have to go to parties if you don't like parties. Be you, and don't let anyone tell you, oh, what a party pooper, or how boring. Oh, I hate it when people would tell other people that. Like, damn, let them be. So don't let anyone tell you anything. Do what you want to do, okay? Like, you want to be a loner? Go be a loner. Go hang out at the library by yourself and study. I don't know. Just, you don't have to be a party person. Next, final exams are stressful. Finals week is stressful. Like, you will hit a break point-ish somewhere. But it is what it is. You'll be okay. Study. If you really paid attention in class, finals won't be as hard. If you wrote down all your notes for the whole entire semester and have them really organized, wow, that will help you a lot. Sometimes you could go to those studying meetings or whatever. Those can help. Just do what works. You'll be okay. Next, again, enjoy college. And I'm not saying like just certain things, like as a whole, like enjoy it. It's only a piece of your life that you're gonna take with you. It really is. I miss it with my whole life, and I didn't do much except go to class, but I loved it. It was just the vibes, the experience, talking to other people, seeing other people, which I don't know how that's gonna work right now because of COVID, but I really enjoyed all of it. Even the stress I enjoyed. Enjoy the people, enjoy the vibe, enjoy the studying, I guess. Classes, the professors, everything you do in college, just try to enjoy it. And last but not least, and I'm giving y'all this one because I did not do this, and sometimes I wish I did, but I don't think I really missed out too much. I'm okay. But engage as much as possible. And by that, I mean try to join at least something. It doesn't have to be a sorority or a fraternity or anything like that. It could be anything. There's a million clubs, a million different things. Just engage as much as you can. Go to events. If you like football games or soccer games or any sports, or go to homecoming for sure, at least. Little events. There's a lot of things that go on in a college. Like, y'all have no idea, like a lot. But engage as much as you can, as as much as your schedule permits it. I guess that's it. Honestly, those were all the things I consider important, or better said, things I wish I knew before college. And even then, maybe I wouldn't have listened, but at least I would have known, you know? But hopefully this helps you now that you're starting. Hopefully COVID does not ruin your college experience. And I hope everything goes back to normal. And if this video didn't do anything because of COVID right now, hopefully it helps you out in next year or something, you know? Either way, no matter how it goes, I hope y'all have a great college experience. And I'm probably not talking about everyone here that's watching me, but for those who are going to college. I guess that's it for this video. So see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I always say this, follow me on all social media platforms. And that's it. Honestly, see you next time. Bye.